Hello everyone, this is GL from GL Tech School. In this video, I'm going to teach you some kinds of more advanced functions in for loop in Python. So in the last video, I have taught you some functionalities in for loop. So in this video, I'm going to teach you some other functions in for loop that you can do with Python. So according to this code, the loop starts at 1, going to int at 50. So if I run this program, it is going to print this number. So there's another function that you can use it in for loop, that's else. For example, we use this functionalities after the loop finished. This else will be run automatically. For example, if you want to do any certain actions after the loop finishes, you want to shut down your computer, or you want to run another function, or you have to do other works, you can write this code. Okay, the for loop is going to be like this. The else is going to be happen after the iteration completed. So basic idea of this code, what does it code means, all of the after it's finished looping, it is going to print it. So instead of printing, you can do whatever you want. So this is one of the method that you can use with Python in for loop method. So the next things I'm going to teach you a list. We have already learned list. What is list? Okay, in this video I'm going to take you through how to iterate a list in Python using a for loop. For example, I have a list called names, which contains multiple names like this, and what I want to do, I want to print all of them. So you know, in order to print all of them, I have to type like this and so on and so forth. So it's very painful because it takes more time, it is useless, it takes lots of code and so on and so forth. It is okay for 3 names. So if you have 100 names, 1000 names, or if you retrieve data from database, you may have 1000, 200,000 data. So in order to do that, why manually, it takes more time, that's painful, and more code. So in order to reduce that things, you can use loop, such as for example x in names. Now your x is going to be your sub elements. So if I print now, the David is going to be printed out, Mike is going to be printed out, the GL is going to be printed out. So I'm going to add some additional data, such as your names are name like this. So it makes perfect sense. So you basically inherit, or you basically add some extra details to the date, and you say name David, name Mike, name GL, and so on and so forth. So it is very powerful. For example, you can loop anything you want inside this loop. You can also use if condition inside for loop. So basically, we are teaching, we have been learning so many things from the starting to ending. So all of the things I have taught you, it's a piece of code, piece of source code, but you have to know you can put those piece of code into something meaningful. You can develop your own applications. So like I said before, you can put if condition inside for loop. This is programming that you have to understand. For example, when you come to develop a big project in Python, you will understand what is programming. As a beginner, if you are learning Python as a beginner, you will face many problems. Yeah, I learned for loop, I learned if condition, I learned list, but how can I make a software from it? How can I make a biggest program from it? This is one of the huge problem that every beginner face, including myself when I was a beginner. Now I'm also going to be a beginner. And so what I'm going to do here, so I type for x in names. So I'm going to write an if condition. If x, what is x? X corresponds to this name. So it is basically those names. So when the loop is going to run, it is iterating this. So if it's equal to GL, you have to say GL is found. Okay, if I run this program, it is going to say GL is found. So if there's no GL here, so I'm going to change my name so there's no gr in the list, so this time it's never going to return anything. So if you can also type else over here, gr is not found. Okay, now if you write the gr is not found, gr is not found 3 times, because it's not found. Why it's printing 3 times? Because it checks first time if x is equal to gr, no, it's run this block of code. Then if x is equal to gr, so no, it's run this block of code, and so on and so forth. Okay guys, this is all about I want to teach you in this program. So in the next video I will teach you some more stuff such as break and continue in Python. I hope you have learned this well. So like I said before, Python programming, it's like an art. You have to study it, you have to have enough experience. What you need, only patient. Be patient and learn as much as possible. That is the way to get started with programming in computer science. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.